Hi everyone, it's Ali, and thanks so much for joining me on my first Heffy Doodle YouTube video. And today I'm going to show you how mail cards can be made easy using the Happy Snappy Crocs set from Heffy Doodle. And I'm also going to show you a really cool technique to get the look of alcohol inks without having any alcohol inks. So I'm going to use the Happy Snappy Crocs set, like I said, which I find really great for mail cards, and it just makes making them a whole lot easier because they just suit it, and they've got a whole lot of those little images as well, which are really quite funny. And I'm going to grab my mini Misty to start out with today and some white card. And I'm going to stamp out one of those crocs, and I've picked the little croc that can hold on to things with his little hands. And I'm also going to stamp out the beer mug from Lucky Friends. You can use the wine bottle from the Happy Snappy Crocs set if the recipient of the card is a wine drinker, but I thought that the beer might be a little bit more versatile in my case. So I'm just going to stamp that out with my favourite things Extreme Black ink, but any Copic friendly ink will be fine to use. And I'm just doing that twice so that I get a really good clear impression on my paper. Now I'm going to colour that in, and I've used YG23, YG25, YG05 and G07. But I really find actually that these crocs look great in any combos of greens, which is handy because you don't have to have a lot to make them look good. And if you want to go outside the box and colour them, if you're doing a card for a female or whatever, they look good in all sorts of different colours, blue, pink, whatever. So I'm just going to quickly go through my colouring, and I usually go from a coat of light, then to the darkest, then to the middle colour, then back to the light, and so on until I get a really good blend with my Copics. That's just how I do it. It's not how you have to do it, and a lot of people do it differently, so it's just how you prefer. And I just went through with those colours until I got a nice blend, and I also did some darker dots on his back at the end, and then took a white gel pen and just gave detail at the end as well, which I haven't shown you on here, but you'll see at the end on the pictures of how I've done that. So now I'm going to show you how to get the look of alcohol inks without actually having any, and that is to use your Copics, which of course are alcohol-based markers. And I'm just scribbling them there onto my media mat, and you can do this on a piece of acetate if you don't have a media mat. And I've just grabbed my blending solution, which you will need, and dribbled that on the top, and then I'm just taking some glossy photo paper and pressing that down, glossy side down, onto the alcohol ink. And you can see you get a really fabulous alcohol ink-like sort of outcome there. And you can let it air dry, but I'm just drying it off with my heat tool. So this is great if you have got Copics and you don't have alcohol inks and you don't want to have to go and invest in and buy alcohol inks, just use your Copics and you can get a really great result. Now I'm going to use the My Favourite Things stitched alphabet dies, and I'm just going to cut out cheer in some brown card, run that through my Big Shot, then I've got my pieces there. I'm just going to position them on where I think they might go. I do this a lot with my card making. I sort of put things on and rearrange them and put them somewhere else and have a look at how it looks. And I change things along the way sometimes too. Then I stamped out the birthday in Versamark ink, and white embossed it and then cut it out on some black card. And now I'm just going to see how it looks on a brown card base, which I did decide to use in the end. So I'm just running over that with my Kokuyo roller glue and then sticking that onto the front of the card, and then I'm going to add all my elements on. And I've just cut out the little handle of the beer mug so that it had a little gap there, and I've tucked that into the Crocs arms. And I'm just going around the outside of my die cut piece with a C1 grey, just so that it didn't look too stark with a white edge. Now I'm going to attach everything on, and I decided just to stick my birthday on first so I had an idea of where the cheer letters had to come after that. And I'm using my T-square just to get everything straight, because more often than not, I get everything stuck on and then something's wonky and I think, oh, how did I miss that? So I use my T-square and then I kind of have that reassurance that it's going to be straight when I've finished. And then I'm just going to stick my croc on. I did think I probably could have stuck him on a wobble, sort of little wobble piece, so that when you flicked him he wobbled, but I quite liked it flat as well. And then just finishing off with a couple of clear droplets from Pretty Pink Posh. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have Copics, give the technique a try. If you don't have any alcohol inks but you want to get that look, give it a go, see how it works for you. And if you'd like to watch another great video, Corinne did a video last weekend, so please catch her video on the Heffy Doodle channel as well, and I'll see you again next time.